What's up? Creech Chief 36 here. We're going to be doing a short little flight from Nellis Air Force Base over to Creech. We're starting here at my first base, first duty station, Tomahawk Squadron here. Yeah, this live weather, a little overcast today. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. Alright, let's get this thing started. Get rid of this throttle so we can do the main power. Now this thing isn't completely modeled 100% correct. You see it's labeled JFS start switch, but on the actual panel it says engine count, pry, and sec. This switch does exist, but it's a little bit further down. This one is JFS start 1 and 2, and this engine start switch actually doesn't exist. But for the sake of the game, we will start it how it wants us to. That's the JFS kicking on right now. These are the JFS doors right here, intake and exhaust. They would be opening right now. Uses stored hydraulic pressure, and once the JFS is going, if you don't bring the throttle over the horn quick enough, you could blow a start, and then the crew chief would have to pump the bottles up like it's some sort of a Model T or something. But as you can see, it kind of just starts spooling up by itself, so we'll act like we're going over the horn here. Go and close the canopy. And spooling up. Should hear the JFS clicking off soon. There it goes, JFS just clicked off. Looking good. A lot of people always confuse Nellis aircraft because they have the WA on the tail. And how come they don't have NL or something like that? But WA stands for Weapons Academy. It's basically like the Top Gun, but for Air Force pilots, just training how to employ weapons. Alright. Looking like a good start here. Everything's looking good. Alright. Parking brake off. There we go. Oh, brake check. C-17 taking off over there. Oh yeah. These clouds are something today. Alright, we're approaching here runway 21 right. Let's see here. No signs of traffic. On the runway here. Gonna increase the range here of our map. Alright, line up in the center line. Get on the brakes. Alright, on the brakes, come up on power. And release. Full burner. We're looking for about 165 knots, and we'll start to pull the nose up. Flight model on this isn't the best, but it's the only 16 we got in flight sim, so and she really starts gaining speed quickly. Gear up quickly so we don't overspeed the gear. Pull back in the mill. We are in the air. Nice right hand bank. So Creech is out this direction. Those clouds or something, huh? get up to about 350 knots so we can climb better. Just punch some holes in these clouds. Bring it back to mill. Alright, so you can see here, this is Nellis that we just took off from. This is our aircraft. Currently we're heading here. We want to go to Creech, which is right here. About 40 nautical miles, should be about a 10-minute flight, pretty quick. So pretty above the clouds up here. Gonna turn on our radar altimeter so we can see the actual distance from us to the ground, and I'll turn our HUD here, HMD on. Now the actual HMD knob is actually right here, your symbology, but it's not modeled correctly here. Microsoft Flight Sim. It's modeled correctly in DCS, but this is what we got. Kinda looks like we got some snow over here near Mount Charleston. Interesting. Nice. Oh yeah. Punching around some clouds. Definitely got some snow over here. Have some fun. Yeah, there's Creech over there. Right on the edge of the speed of sound. Actually, when I got my 50 flight, the pilot let me take controls for about 5 minutes. He actually let me go above the speed of sound and do some barrel rolls, so that was an absolute insane experience. We're right at the edge of the speed of sound. You can see the about 4.5 G's right there. About 5 G's. Force Base. Get a little bit of moisture up here. Man, a little bit of icing too. Let's make sure our ice is pico switch is on. It's on normal. Put our de-ice to high. Should have done that before, but there we go. C-17's on the ramp down there. Cruising about 300 knots. Yeah, we're getting some icing again. So typical Air Force overhead brake pattern is approaching down the active runway about 1,500 feet to 2,000 feet at about 300 to 350 knots, and about halfway down the runway you will pull about a 2.5 degree G brake. So right now our radar altimeter is 1,800 feet, running down the runway about 350 knots. Nice little 2.5 to 4G turn. Try to keep a level as our bleed or speed. Keep it on the runway down here. Speed's bleeding down to 250. I'll level it out right about here. Kill some more power. So as we're coming in final, we're going to look for around 160 knots and touch down about 140. We're at 200 knots now. We'll go and bring the gear down. Three green. We're down and locked, good to go. We're at about 1,600 feet altitude. 170. Keeping everything lined up here. Wingtips about 45 degrees. Start to roll in on our base. A little fast, shooting about around 160, and then touchdown around 140. So we're just maintaining our AOA, and we're going to line that up where we want our touchdown point to be. Still a little fast, we're going to pull idle. Pull the speed brakes just a little bit. A little bit of a crosswind here. There she goes. Ooh, yep, a little bit of crosswind. Get her down. There she is. speed brakes out. And we're at Creech. Speed brakes in. Gotta love all these random runway lights in the middle of the taxiways, huh? Just swing around this one. Alright, now usually stop a little bit short. Crew chief will do what's called a rollover check, make sure there's no pod in the tires, and then roll forward a little bit more. Park and brake on. Alright, well thanks for taking a little bit of flight with me over here to Creech. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you like it, please do. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and come and be my virtual wingman.